Test. Just wanted to let everybody know, thank you all for coming. The Senator and Lieutenant Governor are going to be here in about 10 minutes. And then when they arrive, we'll take some pictures over here by the shovels, and then we'll get going on the program. So feel free to keep mingling and enjoy each other's company. Thanks for being here. Senator Klobuchar and Lieutenant Governor are here. We're going to take some pictures. If we could have all the elected officials and folks for ceremonial groundbreaking come over to the picture area over there with the backdrop of Highway 94 in the back. We'll do some pictures. All right, if we could have the speakers sitting up front, we will get going on the program here. We're good?
You need anything?
Just. Alrighty, well, thank you everyone for being here, braving the weather. We seem to have weather every event for the 94 Coalition. We've had wind, we've had heat, now we have rain. So thank you for everybody for being here. This is a great afternoon. Really excited. My name is Steve Bott. I'm with the City of St. Michael, and I'm proud to be the chair of the I-94 Coalition. We represent communities from Maple Grove to St. Cloud, and our sole mission is to move traffic and commerce for the betterment of our businesses and people along there. Great day to celebrate here. This will mark the vital completion of the lanes between Maple Grove and Clearwater. It's a 40-mile stretch that will be done with this GAP project. It's just fantastic. It's going to mark about $700 million in investment that has been done along this corridor. Ironically, almost about 10 years ago today, it was in St. Michael on June 30th of 2014. Senator Klobuchar was there. Our first groundbreaking 10 years ago. So that's how far we've come, and MnDOT did not have any of these projects on their 10-year plan at the time. So thank you to all you leaders here who were able to get this done and fund this vital area for our community. I want to thank Ben Worrell and Minroad for hosting this event. Minroad is celebrating their 30th anniversary. They're going to have a party here on October 1st for, I'm sure anybody that wanted to could come. So Minroad's been here for 30 years, and they and MnDOT have worked well together to make sure we could make this project happen, thanks to Commissioner Daubenberger and Mike Kennedy from District 3 as well, who's here. This project comes together with about $115 million from various funds. 2021 state legislator appropriated $27 million towards the project, got it going, they got working on design. Then we got a $3 million federal funding appropriation, thank you Senator, from the 2023 appropriation, and then most recently here another $78 million in quarters of commerce, thanks to the historic legislation that was passed here at the state. Thank you to all those that worked on that transportation bill from 2023. So just a fantastic thing. The advocacy that this group and this room and everybody's done. I know Margaret Donahoe's here from the Transportation Alliance that I'm also the president of, so put in a shameless plug for that as well. But appreciate all your advocacy that everybody has done. I also want to recognize we've got a number of awesome speakers that you all want to hear from and hear me stop talking, but I do want to thank Senator Howell and Limmer for being here, Representatives Carol Novotny and Nadeau, as well as Jack Smith from Senator Tina Smith's office. She was planning to be here and had to cancel at the last minute. So now on to the folks you really want to hear from. Again, we're really excited to have such a great group of speakers. Our first speaker, Senator Amy Klobuchar, has earned a reputation as an effective, results-driven legislator, willing to reach across the aisle to get things done. She knows we need a safe, reliable 21st century transportation network to support our 21st century economy, and has worked hard to pass the bipartisan infrastructure law, which was the largest investment in our nation's history in infrastructure. We really have appreciated her long support for all of our projects, like I said, including being at our very first groundbreaking. I don't think you've missed one of our events, so we're just so happy to have you here, and it's my honor to welcome Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you, Steve. I do think it was hilarious that the Lieutenant Governor and I were late because of traffic on 94. And that is a true story. I left. We looked at the whole map this morning. We had like 4 events. I was with Senator Smith, who sends her regards, of course. We were with Secretary Vilsack, and then the traffic came. And it is a great example of how important this project is. There were huge trucks, Scott and Frank, as I know you know. There were people out going on their weekends with their boats mixed in with the trucks. It was a lot going on, and it just makes you realize what a fast-growing area this is and how important it is to get this project done. I wanted to acknowledge, of course, the Lieutenant Governor. Governor's a little bit busy. I don't know, something going on. Nancy, thank you for your work as Commissioner. Speaker Hortman, what an honor to be here with you, as well as Minority Leader Dama, thank you. We also have, as I mentioned, Scott Dibble and Frank Hornstein. State Senator Eric Lucero is here, as well as Representative Rarick. And I know what a bipartisan effort this has been from the beginning. We know that on the Washington side, Senator Smith and Congressman Emmer and I worked together. I know his chief of staff is here, Bobby Benson, and we worked hard together to get this done. And we also know that there's federal money that flowed into the state. We won't claim what part of it was ours, as well as the state's decision to invest big time in infrastructure. And none of this would have gotten done if we hadn't worked across the aisle with each other. This is countless hours of work, so many staff members at the local level. We thank all the mayors who's here. I just met the mayor of this town. I guess his mom likes me. That's cool. And it's always the moms, you know. But between resurfacing the road, adding lanes in both directions, upgrading the bridges, this expansion is a game changer for everyone, from the truckers who I saw on the road here, to our local manufacturers, to commuters who put up with rush hour traffic every morning, to families on road trips like we see today. It is a huge deal, and we're already seeing the results. As a result of the expansions that we've seen on other parts of 94, some travel times, I love this, except mine, have been cut by up to 55%. That is a huge, huge victory. I know I see some cynicism because it's not on every part. We know that. That's why we have to complete the project, but we know that some areas we've seen cuts already in travel time. I-94 is a critical transportation corridor that links Minnesota to Chicago and ports on the east and west coasts. It's an important artery, and we have to make sure it works, and it works well. Right now, crashes along the I-94 corridor are higher than the state average. In fact, the part of the highway between St. Cloud and Maple Grove averages almost 1.5 crashes per day. By expanding this section of the highway to 6 lanes, we can open up more space to keep drivers safe from reducing traffic. It matters to workers commuting to Minneapolis from St. Cloud or the other way, to truckers moving Minnesota-made goods across the country, to families getting out of town. The bipartisan infrastructure law, as was mentioned, is the biggest investment in history for roads, bridges, ports, and airports. And when this GAP project, that's what we'll call it now, is finished, because we now have a GAP, driving down I-94 will be a smoother and overall much better experience. Sometimes you make decisions that are popular in the immediate. I know some of those decisions are always fun to be at. They don't cost that much money, and the water tower looks great. But the decision to upgrade I-94 will be popular for decades. It's a big investment, and it takes a long time, so you can't have just one groundbreaking and one moment. But the locals here have stuck with it. The state legislature and the governor has stuck with it, and we on the federal level have stuck with it. So let's get this done. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator. So well put. It's taken a village to get this done, and everybody's stuck together, and very much appreciate that. Next up, we have Lieutenant Governor Flanagan. She is the 50th Lieutenant Governor and is a previous member of the Minnesota House. She's worked hand in hand with Lieutenant Governor Walz on various policies to better the lives of Minnesota and families and children. She grew up in my hometown of St. Louis Park and is in line potentially with the governor being a little busy with some other things to potentially be our next governor. So we are really excited. We thank her for her support and the governors with this generational bills that we really have had. 2023 with the legislature, generational for transportation's helped fund this with Corridors of Commerce. Same with IIJA, just a generational bill that's going to help our communities for a long time to come. So with that, would you please give a warm welcome to Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan.
I want to be very clear, the governor is still the governor. So I just will say that. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with all of you for this celebration, and this is the best of Minnesota. One, when we all have bright yellow and orange on with shovels, but two, just clearly seeing how many people it took working together to get this done. When we work across lines of difference, it is bipartisan to make sure that people can get where they want to go and can get there safely. So I'm thrilled to be here. I'm also thrilled that Senator Lucero has toned it down a little bit today. If you can see his suit, this is the most muted I have ever seen him, which is why I am wearing a hot pink necklace so that we can kind of balance it out. But so happy to be here with my friends in the legislature on this day, and of course, Senator Klobuchar, our federal partners, and Speaker Hortman. So grateful for you and all of our local leaders who helped us to get here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Governor Walz and I are incredibly committed to making sure that we have a robust infrastructure in this state to make sure that Minnesotans can get safely where they want to go, but also have incredible opportunities no matter where they live in Minnesota. And did you know that Minnesota's roads were ranked the best in the nation earlier this year? If you didn't, now you do. It's because we make real and meaningful investments like this one, and I'll tell you who knew. Commissioner Daubenberger knew that, and she tells people all over the place, and thank you. That is also because of your leadership and good work, Commissioner. This isn't just about reducing traffic congestion, which is no doubt going to ease headaches for Minnesotans, as Senator Klobuchar mentioned. This is also about making our roads safer, cutting down on travel time, and importantly, it's going to open up new areas and opportunities for business and for jobs and just for growth in this community, which is what we are all excited about. This project is a piece of a bigger effort to improve infrastructure across our state, with millions more going to projects just like this one, as we ensure that every Minnesotan is safe when they travel. So I'm honored to be here to celebrate with all of you today. This project is going to make a real difference for folks right here in this community, in Albertville, in Monticello, Otsego, and beyond, and the entire state. So many folks who travel this corridor every single day. So thank you for being here. Steve, thank you for your good work. Say hi to your sister. We went to elementary school together. That's a Minnesota story. And I'm so excited about the future that we are building together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lieutenant Governor. Yes, my sister and her went to school together, so pretty cool story. Next up, as was referenced, we have MnDOT Commissioner Nancy Daubenberger. She has served as the Minnesota DOT Commissioner since May of 2022. She's been working with the agency for more than 20 years in various roles. We've got a long storied history of working together on things, and we're very pleased for her leadership and thankful for that to get this project done. With that, please join me in welcoming Nancy Daubenberger.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you all for joining us out here today for this very exciting milestone. We wouldn't be here, of course, without the support of and dedication of all you here for this project. This is going to benefit so many of us from the area, and then also so many Minnesotans and those who travel through Minnesota. I really want to say thank you to all of our elected officials who've advocated and identified funding for all the investments in I-94 over the years. So there's federal IIJA funding, congressionally designated spending. We've got state bonding, corridors of commerce funding, and some local funding on this project. And as you know, I-94 is an important freight corridor and a connection between the Great Lakes and ports in the Pacific Northwest, and carries the highest traffic volumes in Minnesota outside of the metro area, and 20% of that is heavy commercial vehicle traffic. So back in 2015, we worked together to build I-94 from Rogers to St. Michael. That was the first segment of I-94's third lane expansion. And then from 2019 to 2022, we continued the work between Maple Grove to Rogers, and from St. Michael to Albertville, and then from Monticello to Clearwater. So there's been a lot of work out here, and now we're starting the last segment from Albertville to Monticello. So the project actually officially started on July 22nd, and that's going to improve and expand 3 lanes in each direction to fill that gap between Albertville and Monticello. And I want to say a special thank you to MnDOT's District 3 team for developing the project, and WSB Engineering, who supported them. Peter's here. And also now thank you to Schaefer, our contractor who's going to be working out here on the job, and their subs and suppliers. So what can you expect this year? Crews are going to prepare the work that's needed to set up the work zones, which includes temporary lane widening and median crossovers. So motorists will encounter periodic lane closures on both directions of I-94 this fall, and they will occur at off-peak hours, mainly overnight. But then the major construction will occur the next two construction seasons, 2024 and 2025. And overall, I-94 will remain open to 2 lanes in each direction on one side of the interstate or the other during that time. So, work zone safety reminders. Pay attention for work zones. Slow down when approaching a work zone and then navigate with care and caution. Stay alert. Work zones constantly change, so even though you just navigated a work zone within the last few days, it could have changed out there since you last drove it. Minimize distractions behind the wheel. Put away your phone. Watch for workers and slow-moving equipment. Obey posted speed limits. Just FYI, a fine for a violation of work zone is $300. And please be patient. Expect delays, especially during peak travel times. So again, thanks for your patience. And when this is complete in the fall of '26, the project will benefit interstate travelers and all Minnesotans. Travelers and infrastructure benefits include a smoother ride, extending the life of the interstate, improving freight access, increasing capacity and reducing bottlenecks, reducing travel time, and improving motorist safety due to lane continuity. Broader benefits, of course, for the long term and for our future will address area growth in population and provide opportunity to attract business development, economic growth, and expand the tax base. So the culmination of our vision for this corridor has been a long wait for many of us here today, and for travelers and commuters impacted by the work that's been going on out there. Those benefits will be worth the wait. So thank you for your work, your dedication, your support, your advocacy, and again, your patience for construction. And congratulations on the start of this final segment of construction. Thank you.
This is an all-day live alert.